Everybody in a seat?
I'm in a seat.
I'm in a seat.
I'm seated. Do it.
Okay. Jumping. Jump complete. Gentlemen,
What is going on?
We just stole the Vanguard. What are you talking about? We're freaking awesome. I'm gonna have to jump.
Oh,
Do
Grab
it.
a seat.
And
Chasing us
God.
down again. Ooh.
Yep. Okay. Jumping. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Look, I just remember that we had a really, really big source of ice floating around out there. But there it is. Dead ahead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the moon. Oh, that's a different story.
No, we're not going to a planet.
And I'm just passing 10K.
I'd leave the Iron Authority on for now. Let's see how we look.
Roger that. See if we can hover.
Okay, we're good. We're good. Keep going.
No, we're maintaining altitude. Alright, I'm gonna bring her down on manual.
4,000.25 gravity.
You got a nice open spot right below us. Like we might be able to land below the horizon from them.
That was my thinking.
nice landed.
Nicely done, sir. You know what? Your crazy idea wasn't so crazy. I heard a boom.
That was me. Don't worry, I got it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that was not me. That was an attack.
That's a
I got
gun.
coming in.
Oh, that's a lot of hatred.
Oh, the bridge. They got the
Four of
bridge.
the batteries are out of commission. I'll try to draw their fire. Looks like the turret's got one of them.
Yeah, I'm working on the other. I'm in it.
Yeah, you guys have pretty much lost the entire bridge.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'd propose, boys, that we get rid of this lump that's hanging off the back of us and get the hell out of here, because I think we've taken most of what we need from that place.
Almost all of it. Grabbing the last of the useful stuff here.
Roger.
Doing the last pass on what I can see left
Oh,
here.
we got incoming.
Okay, Roger. Then we're doing it a bit early. I've got most of the lump off the back. Let's get out of here. Oh god, we got incoming fast. Getting on the turret. You in? Right,
Yep.
Please say when people are in and in seats. We need to get out of here.
Yep. Landing gear unlocked. I'm ready to take
Looks
off
like
when
that
people are in.
turret's
Go, 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 go. Alright, they're on me. Go, 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 go while you can. Oh, they are on me. Holy moly, they knocked out all my power.
Am I looking above? I can't maneuver right now. Pressing hard.
Just go.
Okay. 29%. Oh man, it's gonna be tight.
We're good. We're 27% and we're already losing gravity.
Yeah, but it's also we're also not rising.
Here we are.
Not without forward thrust too. I don't know. Are they not coming towards us? They are absolutely coming towards us.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that we can't absolutely shoot them out of the sky.
Up and
Missiles.
incoming fire. Nice shot. Well, that was expensive.
That's why we need to get to that mining station. Boy,
Okay. Okay. Anybody mark where it was? Because that's not on my scanner anymore. I think those are remote guns, maybe.
I think they might be remote turrets.
Could be, yeah.
I mean, helpful of them to highlight them so nicely in an easy to spot colour, but
Right?
okay.
That kind of makes me a little worried. Maybe they've all decided to go stealth or something. Try to sneak up on us.
Yeah, it's completely disappeared. Although I don't like the idea of stealth. I'm not aware there was anything as stealth.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
turning off your
This far?
transponder.
True.
Spooky, to say the least.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'm gonna start braking a little bit then.
Looks like we can get away with stopping.
Yep. Could do that. Well,
Well,
did,
we're
did those
safe,
guys
yeah.
follow
Pull
us
down.
from that pirate station? You think? Because they popped in as soon as we jumped out.
I didn't think you were. I didn't think it was supposed to be possible to follow people through war. Like, how do they know where you're going?
I mean, if they look at the direction that I'm going when I'm doing a blind jump, they can guesstimate. And maybe I need to
Yeah,
start
Distance-wise?
varying my distance. Yeah.
Or are you jumping the same distance every time?
I've been pretty consistently going 50 kilometers.
Maybe we need to start varying that a little bit.
Yeah,
Then I
yeah,
think they've figured it out.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I can't help but notice that the front end is still full of holes.
Yeah, I'm working on that right now, actually.
Not the bridge mostly repaired, but somehow we got smashed up down the bottom as well. Like, since when? What even shot at us down there?
You mean the underside? Yeah. You know how I was trying to do high-speed rapid docking of the probe?
Oh.
Yeah.
It doesn't look
was,
too bad.
It should hopefully not be too bad.
Deformed
but,
rather than anything else, yeah.
if anything, I'd suspect the starboard landing gear might need some repairs out there.
Okay, checking it. You went along the bottom then.
Yeah, along the bottom of the forward hull.
Bottom of the bridge where the locking gear are.
Yep. Because that
It's
seems
still
like
there.
a good, convenient spot. What,
Yep.
the drone?
No,
No,
the landing
no.
gear.
Oh,
No, the
gear.
drone's long gone. Come on then.
Yeah.
I mean, your luck hasn't changed that much.
Yeah, but the landing gear's
Well-
intact.
Maybe the reason why it hasn't been surviving
Mostly.
it long is, I mean, I'm a jack of all trades. I'm not an ex-fighter pilot like some other people on this ship. Just saying, you know.
Yeah. And once we get ourselves something sexy to fly, I'll quite happily fly it.
Yeah.
What would you have said if I just run off with your spaceship? I doubt
enjoy
it would
don't
have
crash
been.
it.
Thank you,
Good
Wasted.
luck. Hope it goes better for you than it has for me.
At least it's not me in the cockpit this time, maybe. Well,
So much
if we're
shade.
being left alone, we did have one target we could go and investigate. How
that
prepared
pirate
are we
station.
for that pirate station now?
I guess we'll find out. I mean,
I've got a drone with rockets on it. I reckon
Yeah,
with
but
that
say-
I could do something, or at least some work with those little defense towers. Did anyone actually get a good look? Did we even get to scout the thing out properly? Because if I remember
No.
rightly, we didn't have cameras.
oh, we had one camera on the ship, but resolution on that sucker is not very good.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's the whole bridge is somewhat patched up, but we need glass still. At least got the frames laid down for glass.
Step 1, Dave's. Check if there's any more silicon.
Yep.
Step 2, once we're repaired, let's go see if we can take the fight to them for a little bit. I doubt anyone's going to notice if a pirate base suddenly goes missing. Well, except for the pirates, but let's be real, they don't like us already.
This is true.
Plus they're pirates, so who cares?
Oh, I mean, it's not like they haven't been giving us enough grief as it is. Okay, so Dave's mining claim first?
I think Dave's mining claim first, because I don't like the idea of running around if we're straight out of materials. We might as well recoup.
Yeah, how are we looking as far as like silicon goes?
Well, silicon apparently is just gone. That's it. We've got none.
Ah, okay.
If we get over there, maybe get Dave's miner up and running as well.
I mean,
Even...
Spacebar's been tinkering with it. Surely he's got it ready, good to go.
It needs a little bit longer.
Do we need to make a list of everything that you've got left to do on that thing so we can help out, or?
That's a good idea. Anytime we needed something, we could add it to the list.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's going to be a pretty long list at this point for this miner. It's pretty bad, to be honest.
Does seem like the sort of man who could do with a list. Might help him.
I mean, you're not wrong.
So what's left to do on it? Oh, I see.
Yeah.
From the front, it looks mostly intact.
Well, I'm slimming it down for one, and for two, because of that, I had to disconnect the pipes. So the drills are not actually connected to the cargo.
I see.
Because for some reason, whoever designed this ran the pipes to the outside. So that's gonna be a lot of work rerouting and all that.
Part of me feels like we should have just pawned it off to that professor dude. Been like, yeah, you want to buy it? This one's great. You'll love it.
I mean, we still want him to like us, right?
I mean, I suppose so, but do you think that guy would know the difference between a good rider and a... I get the impression that if we just painted it the right color, he really wouldn't be that
That's a
bothered.
good point. But, I mean, besides that shield, I'd really kind of like to see if there's anything he could... Maybe whether he could design us a better range ore detector or something.
I'd kill for that, or as we've talked about, I mean... While an ore detector sounds great, if we're going to have a list of things we want from him, at the top of that list has got to be the shields. I am getting really bored of repairing holes in this ship.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, speaking of sounds, we're kind of getting a lot of sound up here on the missile deck.
I'm slewing around.
The missile deck? We have a missile deck?
Well, the former missile deck. Now the drone deck.
All of these sound like very grand terms. Oh, I lie, we do have a little bit of silicon left. It's not much. In fact, we don't have much of anything. Wow. Unless you want iron. All the iron you can eat.
Oh,
What is that?
mistake.
Whoa.
All right.
What happened?
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Go up
Why
what?
did the Vanguard start pitching there?
Good question.
Oh boy.
Hello.
What's the plan?
Do I look like a guy with a plan? I mean, honestly.
No.
Oh, stop moving.
Ooh, don't move, don't move, don't move.
Spacebar's not
X.
connected to anything at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Rearranging ship.
Okay, well, if I brake hard, it's going to go the other direction, so...
Yep.
Which you just did, didn't you?
Nope. I didn't do anything.
Why did he just go rapidly towards the back of the Vanguard?
That's a good question,
Is
actually.
he-
Thrusters are on
dampers are
full
on.
override.
They
There you go.
shouldn't be.
I would just like to state for the record that I was not piloting that craft at the time, therefore none of this is my fault.
It's just killed all of its thrusters. Awesome.
Yeah, the reactors were in the back. You lost all your power. Except for battery.
Well, it's also lost all its thrusters. And it's grind. Let's just grind that down. Like half the ship's gone.
Okay, so if I stop, am I going to make things worse or better?
Or, if you do it slowly, it might collect up against the back door and hang there. Hopefully not grind. Actually, no, it's gonna go forward. Never mind. Never mind.
That's why I was asking.
All right, hang on. We can improvise something here.
Loose vessel in the hangar bay.
I think at this point it's really just best to grind it down. Just take it apart.
We do have a second one.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Dave.
It's not Dave's miner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's one of the welding ships.
There you go. Now you should be able to break slowly.
Okay. I'm breaking then.
Oh, very slowly. I think we should just keep moving.
Energy.
No, you can keep going. Keep going. It's up against the pillar now.
Are-
So
are
as
you
long as it stays there,
sure?
it's good. Yes.
Because I'm getting conflicting information here.
It'll be fine.
I don't know what's happening. All I know is there's banging noises. And I don't like it.
It'll be fine so long as spacebar doesn't grind down that last weld.
Okay, I need at least 2 people to tell me to break, because right at this point I don't believe any of you.
Well, now we've actually got separated, so hang on. Now we're even more.
That's why I'm inclined to just keep moving. We're not going that fast.
Completely out of cobalt as well.
No. I mean, Uncle Dave was indeed trying to go for cobalt. I mean, you can get a good price for that.
I'm wondering.
Platinum would be perfect, but
Yeah, it looks like we might have to make 2 stops here. Once to Dave's and once to the wreck. We still have a ton of heavy armor we can nab. And that's cobalt.
yep. All right, how are we coming along with that loose cargo?
Working on it.
I'm trying to work on it, but I've got some suit weirdness that's not making this easy.
Yeah, same here.
Energy critical.
I'm thinking it's having some problems trying to map this wreck out properly.
Well, I'd offer to come help, but
Nah.
we're also moving at 18 meters per second. I'd hate to find an asteroid, but that I wasn't expecting.
I mean, I'd love to find an asteroid, but yeah, preferably
not
with
that
someone
way,
at the
no.
wheel.
Listen to Mr. Getting Nautical. Wow.
The wheel?
I haven't heard. Yeah, I mean, since when is it? How long has it been since this ship have had a wheel?
All right, silly suit. I'll go recharge. I had enough time to get another drone prepped, so we do have that available to us now.
It's always something on this ship.
Yeah, that's no lie.
Telling you, cursed ship maybe.
Hey, there's one advantage of the fly-through hangar. We could just say, always keep the back door opened.
Yeah, then we get the lucky missile that comes in and hits the
I
reactor
know,
down
but,
there.
I mean, so far, there's a question as to what's done more damage to the back of the ship.
Yeah, admittedly, I
Random
mean, if
ship
this thing had-
smashing into it, or...
Admittedly, this thing crashing through the back would have been a lot less catastrophic now than it would have been a little while ago.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good opportunity to get rid of that connector. It's in the middle of the bay, too.
Agreed, actually.
Looks like we're just down to the hull.
Hey, I can handle that.
Nah, we're good. We might deal with this, but I'd like to be in a seat too. Thanks. Okay,
There we
that's
go.
done.
All right. Well, if you guys are done, then I'm ready to jump when you guys are.
I'm in.
Heading up.
I'm in a seat.
I might suggest when we send the next drone out, let's set those forward landing gear to auto lock. The ones that are up underneath the bridge.
Yeah, I can do that right now.
That way when we if we bring a probe back quick, we can actually get it in there.
As I figure out which ones they are. All right. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm ready.
All good?
Jumping.
There's asteroids in front of us.
Mm-hmm. It's the outer edge of the mining claim.
Oh, right.
Seems quiet out here.
No, don't say that. You know better.
Well, this is one of the few places we've been where at least trouble wasn't waiting for us.
Hmm.
That Dave's over to the right.
Yeah, I'm just my gyros were locked for a second. Did I lose a bunch of them? We didn't wreck any gyros, did we?
If we've managed to
Not
wreck
that I'm aware of.
gyros, then we've done real well, because those are on the insides. Like, way inside.
Mm-hmm.
They're all still there as far as I can see.
I don't think we had any more than that. Not really any room. Takes it up to build more gyro shells.
I can do that.
Now without silicon, you can't.
No, it's true.
Well, over to Dave it is.
Okay, well.
I don't think we've got any heavier, so yeah, don't know.
Well, I mean, how much? Do we actually get all
Well,
that ice
I mean-
processed now?
Before I jumped, it was fine, and I do not know if all the ice is priceless, but
Yes,
we're back
it
to
is, yeah.
49%.
Yeah, ice is all processed.
Okay.
Nothing in here. Now she is moving, just slow.
Yeah.
What's new about that? Which one of these was Dave's?
The one
Big
right
one?
ahead.
Wait. No weapons on the bridge.
Oh. Why are there so many friendly antennas down there in the bay?
Drones.
Yeah, you've got one on the
I'm
drone
trying to
I've got
turn
on
mine off.
standby.
My drone's also got one on.
There we go.
All clear. Hmm. Whey!
Well, coming in there awfully quick, aren't you there, Hot Rod?
No. No, I had plenty of room.
Mm-hmm.
You guys complain every time I park too far away.
Am I missing something by being down here? Or is it probably better that I am?
I think there were maybe a couple of pebbles that may have almost bounced off the top of the ship, shall we say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if anything, why don't you come in with those pebbles down? You could have mined them up.
Do you want me to point the bay towards it? I can do that.
I mean, we got the drill on the bottom of the ship. Might as well use it, right?
Ah, okay, fair enough. Somebody wants to grab outside, guide me up a little bit. I don't want to flip her around too much.
I'm out already, so you'll have to probably. You should be able to turn in place, I think.
Yeah, she's definitely doing weird stuff. She's not wanting to roll much. Or at all.
Definitely got nickel here, so that's something. Not really what we're after, but that's something. I thought this was a silicon asteroid.
No, I think it was just nickel.
Hey, it's definitely acting like it doesn't want to roll there. Even when you're thrusting.
We could do a good job of stripping the place down, at least.
Am I looking, Farrell?
Looking good. Yep.
Come on,
That
baby.
said, at this turning speed, it might be quicker to get the miner out here and take him down manually.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go up and then come back over the top of it.
Yep, that'll
Okay.
work.
Let me know when I'm clear.
Will do. Keep it going. Yeah, you're clear of all the chunks.
Am I clear of the asteroid if I go over the top of it?
Yep. Yeah, you're clear of all the big rocks and loose rocks around it,
Yeah.
so.
Hairy, but you're clear.
Okay, I worked for a week as a miner. I think I know what I'm doing.
Ooh,
Ooh,
that's
she
close.
translates quickly there. No, you're still good.
I know. I just
keep going.
Jeez, you're close.
Keep her going forward. A little more. And slightly to your left, and you can go down a little bit.
slightly to my left.
We might have to give you a little extra landing gear somewhere here, because they're far enough away from the drill.
Yep, good. And down. About two block distance there.
About 5 meters.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Okay, stay when. I don't have any
Keep going.
visuals down there.
A little more, and you're good right there.
Okay.
Practically kissing it.
Oh. Okay.
Tex, can you go up a tiny bit again?
Yep.
I'm building you something for your landing gear to attach on. A tiny bit more. That's it. That's all I needed. Right, when you come back down again, your landing gear will hit something. There you go. You can
Okay.
lock now.
Okay. Is it locked?
Yep, you're locked.
Okay. Okay.
Release the drills.
Activate clang. That's what we called it, right?
Something like
Good
that,
name.
yeah.
Clang the drill.
Yeah, name me after
Sure.
that Do you not remember way back there was the that TV show and there was this like it was a brain thing? I think it wandered around in someone's stomach. It was clang.
No, I don't remember that at all. Sorry.
That's something about. I think of the name of it. The phrase. Adolescent mutated school children rodent or something.
Ah,
Yeah, I can't remember.
What?
Yeah, everyone just. It was a weird name. Everyone just used the acronym for it, ASMR.
Yeah, Tex, you need to release the piston for the drills, I think.
yeah.
It looks cool, but.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like butter.
Curious what we're actually getting. Doesn't look like we're actually. We close enough to that nickel?
To be honest, I'd rather we weren't. We are going to get some nickel now, but getting some rock
Yeah.
in the mix as well is not a bad thing.
Oh, yeah, you're into the nickel now.
It's a lot of nickel.
Cuts
Oh,
fast,
and
that thing. I
you're
like
actually into metal
it. Ooh,
plate
yeah,
down there.
yeah, you've
Pull the drills about.
you've reached Dave.
I hope Dave's not down there and at that point, but yeah,
Dave? Are you home?
that's one hell of a door knocker.
Hope he's not home because we kind of stripped his base last time we were here.
Yeah, about that.
I'm sure he won't mind.
Inventory full.
Entirely
Ah.
unbothered by the fact that someone as his
Stole-
nephew
stole
shows
his
up
mi-
and just
stole
nicked
his
his miner and took his
miner
base
and, yeah.
apart.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he won't mind at all. He's a very reasonable person that way.
Hey, the oxygen tank's still got some oxygen in it down here. 63% full.
Well, that's good.
Filled up my bottle off of it.
Worth remembering it's there. I'm not sure it's worth trying to bring with us, mind.
Yeah. No, I'd say leave it there. It's a good emergency supply. Same reason we haven't stripped all the batteries, because that way it still
Yeah.
works.
Energy low.
Might not be a bad place to have as a fallback.
Yeah, you know, if we ever get separated, we could actually use this as a rendezvous site
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's
that
an
nobody
argument.
else knows about.
Do we want to maybe actually, as silly as this sounds, rebuild the base a tiny bit?
If we got the parts.
We should have the parts, I imagine, to get a survival kit and just seal the room in so it's a place you can fall back to if need be.
Yeah, like it'd be nice right now if there was a place I could sit down in there and recharge the suit battery.
You want to drill back in again, Tex? I've cleared the obstruction.
Okay.
Not sure how much longer, how much more you'll get, but it saves you having to move.
Well, we
Okay.
did get quite a bit of stone out of that. Oh, we got a lot of stone out of that. A lot of
Energy
nickel too.
Well, I mean, we're sitting on 13.5 refined nickel already, so
Yeah. Wait, we have 2.35 K silicon.
Yeah, I did say we had a little bit in there. I imagine it's probably from just the rock we've been grabbing here and there. Because you can get silicon from it. Oh, howdy. Is it that time of day, is it? You're going to have a sit down.
Yeah, I'm gonna queue up a few hundred bulletproof glass then.
Yes. Do we maybe put the oxygen farm back?
Or just let it slowly top it off?
Just let it slowly stockpile here.
Yeah,
You can,
not a bad idea.
We can turn off the drills now. It's reached the bottom of its extension there.
Roger that. I mean, you guys are down there too.
But that's part of why I'm saying turn it off.
It's meant you were probably closer to the controls than I was.
No, I mean, I'm down on the asteroid itself.
Okay.
Oh man, it is bizarre with the ship's gravity turned that way.
Trying to remember which way up Dave's place even goes.
I do remember which way up it goes, and yeah, it's off by 90 degrees.
Yeah, it's because the doorway was here. That was windows.
Yeah, and we still got a control panel in here for... That's right by the door.
Whee. That's a very odd sight. You just suddenly look up and there's the bottom of the Vanguard.
Okay, drill is retracted.
Roger that.
No,
Was there a silicon deposit nearby too? Do you guys were talking about?
I'm not sure. Do you want to maybe maneuver? Because there's a couple of other asteroids around. You think you could maneuver the Vanguard to
Yeah.
visit them and see if with that ore detector you can pick up anything useful?
Yeah, I can do that.
It would be real nice to find something else.
Mm-hmm.
Spare medical components on board there?
For a survival kit, I'm sure we've got enough, yeah.
Yeah. I figure I might as well have put that next to the tank there.
You're unlocked. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
We have 14 medical components.
Yeah, I think it takes what, 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, so I need that. And one display
You
down
guys
there.
want if you guys want to check those small ones out, right, with the drills, with your hand drills, that may be quicker than me trying.
We don't have the range. That's the thing.
I'm talking about the little tiny.
Oh, the little tiny ones around
Peanuts.
us. There isn't
Yeah.
anything in them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be my eyes? Is that coming again?
Hang on, I gotta get that medical kit up.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Definitely does not want to gyro much. May have to double check those, make sure that they're not sticky.
What's a? I wasn't aware a sticky gyro was a thing you could have.
Yeah, because they're moving around inside that casing. That's how it gives me thrust roll.
Why do I feel like this is one of these things like sending someone out for blinker fluid? Like, can you go get me some gyro grease?
Yeah, gyro bearings.
Mm-hmm.
They're hard to find though. Sometimes you have. It's hard to get a good bearing on them.
You'd be surprised how many times you'd have to ask before someone will sell you some. Yeah.
All right, there we go. Med kit is back up and running in there.
Boy, I could really use a camera underneath this ship.
Well,
That needs to be a priority.
I could
Do we not?
really do with seeing the ship there. Oh, you went off. Okay.
Do we not have one? Could have sworn there was one underneath it.
I'm fairly sure it got blown off at some point.
No, there is one. In between your two
Oh.
lights.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
I am with you as well.
Okay.
That asteroid, I did visit it when we were here last, and it does at least have nickel. That's all I could find on it, though.
Which one? What I'm going
The one
towards?
Yeah, the one we're going towards, because I got a GPS for it.
Normally, if you find one ore, you can find multiple.
Yeah, I didn't see any. Of course, I just had my little.
Yes, that's the problem. Is
Junky
the
drill.
range of our tools isn't particularly great, is it?
Yes, just want to let you know the medical kit is indeed up over there. Thanks for waiting for me.
Thank you, Farrell.
You could
Perfect, thank
fit
you.
that asteroid in the Vanguard's hangar.
Mm.
Can we take it with us? Is that an easier way of doing it? Yeah, don't have anything in this. That's someone over there, perhaps.
Oh yeah, I'm looking around.
Broadcaster's off, so there's just a little light in the darkness. Well, as you say, yeah. Definitely nickel. Did we ever find an ore trading station? There's ice.
Ooh.
Ice we could use.
Oh yeah, filling up those hydrogens will not be a bad thing.
Okay, where's the ice at?
You actually look to be... yeah, where I am is the closest. You're going to have to essentially go backwards and then lift your nose 90 degrees. You're
Okay.
on the wrong side, if you know what I mean. It's behind you and sort of 90 degrees lifted.
Okay.
I'm not sure you're going to be able to get at it.
Yeah, I can see what you're talking about here.
I think that the terrain of the asteroid's too bumpy for you to get close enough.
I mean, the nickel's got an open face on this side, but
Yeah, but the
don't
nickel's
really
not
need it.
really a big deal. Getting at this ice would be nice. I mean, from where I am here, it's only 19 meters below the surface, but I just don't think you'll ever get the Vanguard close enough to it.
Yeah.
you think we might be able to Pony Express it over, rig up a collector on board to lop it that way? Hand drill it?
That, or we quickly slap some drills on one of the other vehicles we've got. If you were to turn 90 degrees to your right, Tex, you'd have a much better chance of lining up. Your rear end is going towards a bit of a mountain that's going to stop you getting too low. But if you were to spin round, you might actually be able to get down here. I know spinning is not exactly fun.
It's a process.
Surely there's something else besides nickel on this asteroid. And ice. That's all I'm seeing.
Not necessarily. Don't forget, just the stone is useful.
True.
Yeah, we could also drill it up and reverse the polarity on the gravity generators. Kind of draw it up to the ship instead, so we don't have to throw it at it.
If we positioned well, maybe.
Could put
Okay.
some collectors on the bottom.
How am I
of it.
doing? Coming on that turn.
Looking like you're almost lined up with it. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now you're going to want to go forwards, and I'll call when. Stop.
Left a little bit?
Maybe even back a tad. And left a tad, yeah. She's quicker than you realize. Yeah.
The only thing I can't see very well is that rear quarter. Pretty dark back there.
Yeah, I think you'll be all right at the moment. If you nose down a little bit, just for up safety.
Yeah.
You are getting a bit close back here, though.
Okay. How can I avoid that? Go left?
More nose. Like more nose down.
Yeah. Maybe.
I'm gonna have to go in for oxygen. Someone's gonna have to take over for a sec.
Honestly, if you were to rotate on your axis, would that be 15 degrees? Yeah,
Okay, say when.
right there.
That should do it.
Okay.
You need to go to your left a little bit more now.
I left a little more. Okay.
That should do it.
I'm gonna try to nose down a little more.
I think when we get the chance, we might even want to set up some groups for maneuvering thrusters for her. She's almost
Yeah.
a bit feisty for this sort of moving.
Say what? How about now? What am I doing? I look
Not.
fairly
far
lined
off.
up from my from
I mean, Rum.
my camera.
Looking pretty
Where I'm
good.
standing at right now is on the ice signature itself.
Yeah,
and it's
so you need to
closest
go
point, so-
forward a tad.
Okay, forward and to the
Forward and to the
left.
left. Mm-hmm.
That's good with forwards.
Okay.
A little more, a little more, a little more.
Done.
Right about there.
Okay.
Right, come
Now you
down.
can
Come,
get you
come
down.
straight down.
Do it carefully because your back end is going to be close.
Yeah, if need be, I'm just grabbing some plates so that I can build you a support for your landing gear if needed.
Okay, I'm gonna
Think you
nose
are gonna
down a
need
little
it.
more.
No, don't nose down.
Okay.
You got no more room at the nose. You're getting nice and
Yeah, you're
close.
good.
In fact, you can nose up.
Mm-hmm.
The rear end's got more distance than your nose has.
Yep. I don't know if you can see it on your camera. I've got the ridge line illuminated with my light
Okay.
right now.
That's nose up a little more.
Bit more.
Shit, am I going the wrong way?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Hold it.
Right, that's it.
Right there. Hold it. Hold it.
Okay.
That's as far down as you can go on your back end.
You ready to lock on your gear?
Yep.
Go for it.
Is it ready to lock?
Yep.
Okay. Then
There you go.
locked.
You good?
This is definitely the chunkiest miner that I have ever had to fly. Holy crap.
Not bad flying, Mr. Tex. You're
Thank
more
you.
used to this.
There you go. It looks like you're scraping the ice right now and getting into it.
Perfect. Let me look at the inventory, make sure it's actually coming on board.
Yeah, you're definitely going through it. Looks like you're at the limit there, though. Just at the top of the ice, there's still more down there.
getting a trace of it in the drill, but not a lot.
Yeah, I think most of what came on board's priority made its way to the O2 gens.
Okay.
So maybe you've drilled about a drill head's depth into it, it looks like.
Okay.
Retract, proboscis.
Or just turn off the drills and we could go down there and just hand fill the drills from down there.
Mm-hmm.
I could do that. All right. Drills are off.
You know
You'll
what? We
confirm?
could also potentially let the
Oh,
drills
man,
pick
is
up
this-
stuff on the floor. Ooh, this is
Yeah, this is creepy as all hell.
everything's fine here.
The drills are off now, aren't they?
Yep,
Yes.
they're off.
Yes. You'd be hearing
making sure.
screams and other unpleasant noises if they weren't. I promise you that much.
I gotta build power again here.
I wonder if we were to build up a pile of ore in the center
Mm-hmm.
and then turn the drills on, would it pick it up?
Good question.
I think as long as we get the ice out from above. No, it's not working.
Well, you could take the center drill out, put in a collector, and then we could reverse the gravity.
Yeah, that might work.
As long as we careful
Yeah.
the whole thing doesn't fall apart.
The problem is, as soon as this ice is cut away and gets down near the heat of those drills, it's melting. Alright, just watch for a second.
Stone's doing it too.
Yeah, well, it's not probably not actually stone, more like permafrost.
Mafic rock and that sort of thing.
Inventory full.
We have visitors.
What?
2 restorators and VC tribute. Restorators are 5.5k away. One is on the opposite side of the asteroid. One is above us.
Figures as
VC
soon as,
tribute.
as soon as I leave the control room, somebody pops in.
I think we're all right now. They're not heading directly at us. VC tribute looks like it's neutral.
Yeah. Yep, it is.
Inventory full.
Well, certainly ice is better than a kick in the teeth. That brought us up to 54% hydrogen. Figure out a way to get the rest of it.
How are we on
Last I checked, we had full tanks. 100%, 100%, 100%. Yeah, we have 5 oxygen tanks that are all full, so that's 500,000 liters. I don't think we're gonna run out of that anytime soon. Oh, clever. I see what you're doing.
Potentially, yeah. Just thinking that we might actually be able to expand off what we've already got without having to rebuild everything.
Rust freighter flying over us is at 3.25.
Alright, let's prepare just in case.
Okay, retracting drill. .75.
Yep.
I'm keeping an eye on it.
Getting close fast.
Hard for me to see him. He's in the sun.
That's smart.
That's worrying is what that is.
Yeah.
Sure enough, he sees us. I'm sure of that. Question is whether he's going to call for some of his friends.
Oh yeah, because we're hard to see.
Yeah.
.23. It might pass us.
.1. Range still dropping.
I think that's it. I think we're alright.
Yeah, it's heading away now.
Okay.
And that other one is heading right underneath us.
Nothing to
Okay.
see here, just a little mining vessel going about his business.
Mm-hmm. I can see him through one of the remote cameras. How do you feel about extending those drills?
I'm
Only
looking
problem is going to be storage, but
Is there any way we could add more and loop them on themselves?
yeah, I mean, I was in a kind of a rush when I made them in the first place, but yeah, we could use hinges to basically hinge up the umbilicus for them. But that's a whole redesign. So I don't know if we want to do that right now.
Probably not.
Yep, they're definitely both getting further away.
Nice.
Looks like the same with that tribute.
The only problem with making this drill longer permanently is even if you make
the
it
ship.
even if you make it fold,
Yeah.
you can't unfold it inside the ship. You have to be outside the ship to unfold it. There's no room in here.
Yeah.
And that means that we have to unfold it before we landing gear down, which means we can no longer landing gear down because the drill's now sticking out the bottom too far.
Mm-hmm. Yep. These are all true things.
Sounds to me like what would be really useful to have. Mining ship.
A mining drone? Oh.
Yep. Mining ship.
Yeah, I mean, that would be useful.
I mean, if somebody could, like, you know, maybe even get Dave's miner up and running.
Let me go look at it.
I'm just saying, I mean, it is set up to be a miner.
True.
Or it was at one point.
You know, the problem is this. I'd do something with the grinder ship, except A, I think we need it for the wreck, and B, it's all large conveyors, which don't work well with the drills.
Oh, I did get it piped back into.
Well,
I got
go.
one side piped in.
I was about to say, go mine with that sucker then.
No, I got both sides piped in. It just doesn't have a shell around the cargo, but that's okay.
I'm not worried about that right now. Alright, well, I'll back off a little bit then. Unless you want to come in below the ship.
I mean, it'd be nice to get the rest of the ice down there.
I think we need it badly.
Everything should be piped. Yeah. Well, I think it's worth a shot.
Okay. Well,
Okay, just keep in mind, don't go anywhere just yet. I'm relocating the drone that we've got built over, and I'm good.
Anything I can help with, Spacebar?
You think it'd be easier to go out the front or the rear?
I think the front.
This ship's parked in the way of the front is the thing.
There's also the side doors too.
That's
Yeah.
not gonna fit through the side doors.
I'd go rear. Where's your connector on this? It's on the back.
All right. It's built and locked down.
Engines on 9. Dampeners on. And if someone could open that rear door for me, please.
Rear
Happy
hangar.
to. Well, say that. There we go.
I think you and me pressed the button at the same time.
Ooh, she's a big bird.
He's a big bird, and these are some narrow doors. Yep. Cool, you're clear. I'm gonna go and open the front so that if we need to leave in a hurry.
That didn't sound good.
I thought you were clear.
I've got the front.
I clipped on something, but I don't think I damaged anything.
I'm not seeing anything.
Okay, everything else is locked down, right? If I need to take off and move quickly, We're not going to have a repeat of earlier.
Well, you're going to need to take off anyway because you're over the hole that Spacebar's about to mark.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep, I'm good to go.
Inventory full.
Shouldn't disrupt any of the welding
Inventory
operations we got
full.
going back here, so...
You're unlocked.
Good. Mm,
Your hydrogens are on.
The hydrogen engines are on, yeah.
yeah. How about now?
Still showing it on. There you go.
Weird. The gear is being sticky again.
Hmm.
Whoa. Okay.
There you
It
go.
scared me there for a second because I was back here in the drone bay and everything went pitch black.
Yeah, no, there's a little bit of trouble with the
Energy low.
flight controls. I had to cycle the console on and off.
Need to go up a bit more than that, Tex.
Yep. How's that?
Looks good. Yeah, you're clear to come in the front if you're in a hurry, Spacebar.
Roger. I don't remember what else I was going to try to do with this, is put a connector on top.
Yeah, I noticed that. I'll grab the bits and do a, like, quick and dirty conversion for now.
Yeah, there's a couple of crumpled bits.
When is there not?
Well, I mean, periodically.
Probably 30 seconds or so after we
Energy
finished
critical.
welding it up, before they come and repeat the same activities that got it for the holes in the first place.
I have to bring those front and middle drills in a bit. I can't keep bumping into the...
Try before you get too deep, yeah, do a clear that whole ridge out for yourself a bit.
I don't know who designed this, but they clearly do not know what they were doing.
Hmm. You could just take out the center drill and put in a collector, and I think you could just shoot the ice up towards me. Sounds like a plan, maybe?
He's got a miner now. He just took on.
Hmm?
Probably, like, if we were going to do that, why not just put a connector on and let him unload?
Yeah. Do that. If there's a place where I can put a connector somewhere underneath here.
Might not be a bad idea to have a port outside we can hook up to somewhere anyway, to be honest.
Yep.
Could potentially put one on the back of the ship.
Inventory
We got
full.
that spot where the temporarily the oxygen tank or the hydrogen tank was attached. You've now got a connector on the back, on the outside, for slightly easier loading and unloading.
Okay. Let me see how close I am. Oh, excuse me. Let me see how close I am to full.
Making a reasonable hole, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Gonna have to install some cameras for backing out of these holes, though.
Yeah, indeed.
I think I'm full. I think there's still some conveyor issues on this ship.
Okay,
It
well,
wouldn't surprise me with the number of times it's been in interesting events.
Oh, I meant on the miner.
Oh no, I realise. That mine has had its own special history, mostly involving colliding with stuff.
With particularly great force.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
You said that connector was on the rear?
Right on the rear, just above the hangar.
There's also a connector that's about to be on the bottom, but that might be useful while we're landed too.
Can't help but notice that there's an ice processing and trading station nearby.
Huh.
Shall we go sell some ice, boys? Oh dear, that'd be almost like doing an honest day's work. No, I don't think so.
Nah.
Well, not only that, but I'm sure most of it's getting refined into hydrogen pretty quickly at this point.
I'd be shocked if there was any of it.
Energy low.
Okay, let's see if I can get some of this ice offloaded.
Okay, and there's a connector on the bottom too. That's more convenient. Matter of fact, ooh, I could even put some collectors next to that. Not a bad spot.
You're having problems moving stuff over that connection, are you?
Yeah, a bit. Was it
Looks
not?
like it's... See, that runs up to here. Whole bunch of conveyors. I mean, it's looking clean into the ship here, so...
Goes into that
I think it-
hydrogen tank. The hydrogen tank attached to something on the other side?
No, he's at
Oh.
the back connector.
I see what the problem is.
What's the problem?
Shoddy craftsmanship.
For me or you?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, missing connector. I see what it is.
They weren't. The drills are connected to the cargo, but the cargo was not connected to the center where the connector is.
The
on the
leg
liner.
bone's connected to the thigh bone's connected to the hip bone. Sorry. Alright. Hip bone's connected to the waist bone. Okay, so we need to go to the ship next, correct?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Steel wreck is selected.
Okay, it looks like it's got everything hooked up. Let's see. And all of that ice is gone. Wow. Yeah, there's just the stone left. It's already eaten all through all that ice I brought over.
I can't say that I'm surprised.
Hey, that was a whole nother 2% of hydrogen.
Every little bit we guess we can get, huh? So much for
Well,
trading
go
the
ahead.
ice.
Well, I would say let's go get some of that iron.
There's now a
Sorry,
survival
heavy
kit
steel.
at the entrance to the hangar.
Mm-hmm. Very conveniently placed.
I feel like we maybe need to redo that door because you were not fitting, or that thing needs to go on a diet, one or the other.
Just bring it in out the front.
Chunky
Yeah,
boy.
And I think
chunky
the
boy.
diet is probably a good option.
Yeah, as far as reworking the back end, you're either talking about shifting the entire thrust assembly back there or raising the entire back deck of the ship there.
Actually, that doesn't look. I was looking at that. That actually wouldn't be that hard.
I've already.
Just to raise
Taken
the
off.
door up one.
Yeah, we can raise it up at some point. But I mean, I'm just saying,
Not
for
right
the
now,
time
but-
being, there is a like reasonably easy way in and out the front still.
Yep. All right. Let me know when you are locked in, and I will start slewing towards the wreck.
I am locked in.
Okay. Everyone, all hands ready for maneuvering?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Sure, why not?
Maneuvering with text fire, always an experience. He likes his battle bridge so much, I'm taking the main one.
Well, it's close.
No, I know. But this one's got nice windows.
Yeah, absolutely.
My view's better.
I agree. When we get shields, and I've got more than just a, double pane of glass in front of us, I'll be happy to move back up there.
What, you think? Some random stuff. You'll be alright. What's the worst that could happen? Bit of metal
I mean-
through the screen?
A little bit of a little random drone through the ceiling or something.
We'll have that someday around the time when we have transparent hangar doors, I bet.
Transparent aluminum, huh?
No, transparent hangar doors.
That's all.
Transparent aluminum is just a myth.
It's kind of an interesting idea.
To be honest, I can see a good ploy here. I sit here, some police show up, they're like, pull over, out of the driving seat, and then get up. Aha! More fool them.
No, I wasn't driving.
I'm just making driving noises.
I've been drinking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why this thing has gotten as hard to maneuver.
Yeah, it's probably all that stone and ice we've got on us.
Well, or we're filling it up with ships that aren't connected. They're just landing geared and they're starting to fight back.
That's entirely possible.
Doesn't sound like that.
I know the feeling as well. I'm
All
not
right.
thinking with thrusters, I'm thinking with gyros.
Everyone in a seat.
Yeah, I've got all the nope, I'm not. I'm heading towards them right now. In a minute. I've got the gyros on the drones turned off, so it's
I've
not
got the
them.
All right.
I've got the dampeners turned off on the.
Prepare to jump.
That was me, I pressed the jump button.
All right, one jump down. Should be another 2.
Oh man, okay, bit of a journey.
Okay.
Yeah, we were 500 kilometers away.
So, are you that bored wasted that you're setting up a giant gang of hangman down here? This
Ooh.
whole thing that's extending across the forward hangar bay?
Sounds fun. Maybe I will.
It's a bit morbid, don't you think?
Yeah.
IDMC construction platform. Interesting. Buying, selling parts.
Yeah. I don't believe it.
However, the opposite way of which we're going.
Yeah, well, we don't have any credits anyway. We were going to steal the ship and sell it, but
There was this. All right. No, it's not.
I'll have you know. I'll let you know how that turns out when I find out.
It's not Hangman. There was this crazy ass game show a couple of years ago where basically they got some random audience teams together. You know, basically anybody who wanted could write in, be like, I want to be part of the teams. And then they just stuck them in one of those weird, like, simulation hollow program things and got them to fight. One of the things they did in that, which I thought was pretty cool, was instead of doing the miners this way around, you do the miners the other way around, where the drills are on the bottom and you make it vertical.
Okay.
I mean, it's not much of a miner now, I'll admit. That was the
Yeah.
thinking.
Just wondering how well you're going to be able to steer a vertically oriented miner on a horizontal flight deck.
Well, you might put 2 cockpits on it. You know,
So
depending on
you're-
which way you want to go.
You're going to Chinese fire drill it between when you're on your approach.
Yeah. I think that sounds pretty awesome. No?
And people tell me I'm losing too many fighters.
I haven't lost anything yet.
You're
Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's start
you're-
big.
Another one of those pirate maydays. 13 clicks. We're pulling away from it. Don't they realize if they're going to set up a trap, they should probably use something other than their own IFF?
Maybe they just don't care.
Maybe they're the stupid pirates too. And there's all kinds.
Wish there was a way to charge these jump drives faster.
Well, if we could hook up another one.
Yeah. Because I sure as heck don't want to start taking it apart, see if we can upgrade the capacitors in it. I mean, it holds 3 megawatt hours when it's charged. You close the wrong terminal while you're messing around in that thing, you'd be real dead.
Sounds fun. And like a job for Spacebar.
Oh,
Yeah, we get another jump drive, we could probably double our jump distance. Or use them in tandem and half our charge times.
Yeah, the resource requirements for running that would be pretty hefty.
Wow. We probably have to steal one, to be honest. I don't think we're able to make it. That's they don't tell anybody how those drives are put together. Unless you work for the company that makes them. All right, 83% charged. Almost ready for the next jump.
Roger that. I think I'll pass on pretending to drive this time and just getting a seat in on here.
I was actually about to head up there to make maneuvering in on the wreck a little bit easier. I can use my Mark III eyeball on it.
Fair enough. What did you do with the Mark 1 and the Mark 2?
I had to get glasses.
Ouch.
All right, gentlemen, prepare to jump.
All right. I'll be in a seat in a second.
Okay.
Spacebar.
Okay.
I'm in a seat.
I'm in.
All right, nice. 64 kilometers. We'll get there in the next jump. We might even be there before we
Might
even
even
finish
coast before
charging.
we charge, yeah.
Weird. The diagnostics on this captain's chair is telling me that there's damage to it, but when I look at it with my welder, there isn't anything to fix.
Are you basically saying there's more suit problems?
Well, yeah, except for in this case, I think it maybe actually can't tell if it's a suit or the actual flight seat itself.
Just so long as you're not seeing pink elephants or anything.
I'd have to have a drink to do
I was
that.
about to say, as far as I'm aware, he's still not got hands on anything.
Why do
Barley
you
has
think
yet to finish growing.
Why do you think I'm so grumpy? Because of all the silly blueprints I've got in this suit, not a single one that actually helped make some alcohol. I'm fairly sure the designer was a teetotaler.
I think they just said I had to pay extra for that.
That sounds like a you problem, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys would be a lot more agreeable with alcohol too. At least to me.
I don't know. Spacebar gets all fighty when he's drunk.
I do
No, I
not.
actually I meant he would look better to me if I was drunk.
No, that. Mm-hmm.
Less annoying.
Have a new admirer. This is Spacebar.
Just saying, a little female companionship wouldn't hurt anybody.
Wait, what?
I think you're in there, Spacebar.
I don't really want to be.
You're not my type. Don't worry about it. Well, it looks like we'll be able to do a micro jump here. Not too long.
How far out, Chief?
33 kilometers, 73% charge.
Did you really just ask him, are we there yet?
Yeah, but I said it in a more sneaky fashion.
Look.
What are you two up to? I don't know what Tex is doing. He's flying, or he's... I hope he's flying.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of reading a book right now because, well, there's not much to do, but I'm doing it at the fight console.
Mm-hmm.
Just setting up my own living room over here.
Didn't you bring your figurines?
Energy low.
All right, 20 clicks out. Ready to do a micro jump if you guys want to get grabbing a seat.
Nice deflection.
One sec.
I'm in a seat.
I'm in a seat.
Jumping. There she is.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty on spot, guys.
Hey, I might go out and see you a little early. No worries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that stop and blacked, maybe black out.
Ouch.
At least my suit turned off.
Not had the G training.
Yeah, sorry, I was coming up on it pretty fast. I didn't want to pass it by.
Wonder how much we left. I can't actually remember.
There's a lot of it left.
I mean, I can
Pretty
see
sure
there's
it was-
tons left.
A lot of it was down to most of the armor blocks.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is how much other goodies did we forget, miss? 'Cause I seem to remember we got chased out again. We didn't leave voluntarily.
we did. There she is underneath, just coming in view on the cameras.
Man, I'd love to know what did this to this ship.
I don't think I want to know. Just hope it
I'm-
stays far enough away from us.
Yeah. Apparently that jumbled my suit so much I ended up in the med bay.
We were pretty thorough.
Yeah, I think we'd gotten pretty much all the working components out of it.
There's a few doors here and there, and that is about it. And they're ground down to just what's, you know, a few interior plate and things like that.
Hang on a second. Turrets are.
Oh yeah, I bet the interior, oh no, the
It's
interior
still
turret
powered.
should. Interior turret should only be looking at missiles.
Okay. Oh, they might still be targeting.
Oh yeah, could be.
I'm gonna turn off the Gatling turrets real quick.
Not hearing any fire, so.
Yeah, neither am I.
Yeah, it's just the targeting lasers that are going a little ham.
Feeling a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, you know, I'd hate to start shooting our prize before we manage to get anything else valuable off of it. All right. Somebody can make sure that the bridge doesn't come forward as I'm docking. Doesn't hit anything. Probably just stand on the windows in the front of the bridge and make sure.
Give me 1 second. Typing down a last loose plate over here.
Well,
There we go.
on a positive note, I went to check
Yeah?
the grinder's inventory before I took it out, just to make sure it was empty, and there does seem to be something in the region of 5,000 grids in there.
Oh, good. Well, that's
And like 500 bulletproof glass.
moderately useful. Yeah, I'm gonna need somebody to guide me in. I think
Okay.
my
Okay.
arresting gear is a little far back.
You're talking about the ones under the bridge?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first off, you need to align yourself rotational.
Do we need to
wise.
grab on? We're about to grind it down. I don't think taking us with us is a great plan. It's heavy.
Well, I was just thinking if we have to jump out.
Speaking of,
What that's really going to do is block the hangar entrance.
Okay. Well,
I'm just thinking I won't be able to get the grinder in and out if we're like that.
okay. We'll tell you what. If somebody wants to put some blocks down on it real quick. If you guys are inside there, you can lock off to this grid and I can jump with it. Worst case scenario.
Okay, come forward just a really tiny bit.
Lock.
Doesn't look like you're locking there.
I think I have to rotate along your.
No, oh, you're locked. Never mind. You're locked on the bottom. I was setting up something on the front landing gear here.
You're locked on.
Cool.
Right, well. Interesting. We got a space pirate space station, and
That was there before, wasn't it?
was it? I don't know. I don't think so. There's two in sight, and junk the barge. Are we moving?
Nope.
Nope.
And one of those space stations is.
That's not good.
Yeah, you might want to check your suit GPS at that point. Sounds like something's messed up over there as far as your suit's calculating ranges and whatnot.
No,
Matt,
one of them.
you unload those grids?
Well.
No, not yet. I need to move a few vehicles around inside to be able to hook on. Or I could hook on the back, I suppose. At the moment, I'm just concerned about moving that much at all because
Yeah, that station is moving.
that station is moving.
Oh.
And it's moving towards us, slowly, but it is moving towards us.
Yay.
Hmm.
You see what I mean? I'm not making it up.
No, I
Yeah.
agree.
I mean, we could jump away. We have the prize.
The jump drives recharged yet?
Is it a ship posing as a station?
Well, I mean, we-
don't know.
Tell you what, it definitely isn't. A moon.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, we have seen stations move in the past, technically.
There's also junk the barge. Okay, get in seats, guys. We got a junk barge at
Yeah, it's
3 kilometers
yeah, but it's
closer.
heading. Oh, actually, I'm not sure if it's heading away or what. It was sort of heading away for a second, and then no,
There's
no, I
also
think it's passing by.
a VC cruiser has just popped in too. 3.5
it is.
kilometers. It's coming close.
Show it as neutral though.
Yeah, but
The barge is passing.
Yeah, you're clear on that from what I can see.
I wouldn't jump in a seat just in case.
Yeah, in the seat as well.
Ooh, that VC cruiser. That's fairly large.
Yeah.
I could see it from 3 kilometers away.
mm-hmm.
Oh, same with that barge. Wow.
Yep.
I did get the last remains of the medical room off that thing. That was something that was half ground down already.
Okay. So what are we doing? We jumping?
I'm not sure yet. Might be opportunities here.
All right. Well, I'm gonna set that pirate station as our jump, and that'll get us moving back the right direction. If we do have to jump out.
Alright.
No, don't like it. Huh. I've just had an idea.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Oh, I think
That's
you'll
what got
like
in, that's
this
what got
one.
us into this mess. to
Yeah,
begin
about to say
with, you
the
know?
last time I heard that it was the next sentence was let's go steal a ship.
And didn't he say that right before the ice race?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I think
That one
this
actually
one's-
worked out.
Well, do we have a Vanguard or not? I think that one worked out too.
Energy.
Right, I'm
low.
coming in. Let's jump away with this. As I was outside the ship, just looking at what's coming in our direction, and it gave me a little thought. If you look at the ship from the outside right now, it's interesting. It looks like one really big ship. Really big ship with a really armored nose.
Like a ram? Is that what you're implying?
Or a shield, or I'm just saying. I'm in a seat. If you want to take us away, let's take this with
yeah.
us.
It's a very-
Everybody in a seat? Or
Yeah,
no?
I'm in.
I'm on my way.
A very unwieldy ram. I'd hate to see how well the ship is handling right now with that big giant thing off the nose of
Well,
it, but
I'm not saying we follow it in.
All right, I'm a seat.
Okay, jumping.
We don't have to be with it. I mean, if nothing else, we could, to be honest, we could be in it.
In the wreck?
Launch it with the Vanguard, straight line at this pirate base,
Oh.
and we're in it. It's one way to get past the turrets.
Trojan horse it?
Essentially.
Well, that's certainly interesting.
It's made of heavy metal.
Certainly thinking outside the box.
Or inside the box in this case.
I mean, it's also full of holes. I don't know where
Yeah,
you're going to
but
be able to
it's-
hide in here.
Are we talking about his plan, or are we talking about the wreck?
Oh,
Yes. No, I get where he's coming though. I mean, it's made from heavy armor. There'll be plenty of places to hide.
I think, you know, we're not big, and that's a huge hulk. We could hide in here. We could build ourselves a place to hide in here if we needed to. It's not like there's a lack of materials. And, yeah, my only real concern would be losing... In fact, there's even a pretty intact deck at one point. Yeah, my only real concern is how much of the target we destroy in the process.
Guess it depends on where we aim and how fast we're going.
I'm thinking maybe we aim for the asteroid that it's on rather than it. This thing's even got power. We could even... Plenty thoughts. I like it. Right.
Yeah, we ought to dock that sucker up. Unload it before we start worrying about grinding.
For sure. I'll just... Yeah, there's no point doing it by hand. There's too much in there.
Yeah. I could actually make you one right here on the side.
Just fly it around. Does that just go straight outside?
Yeah.
As I said, I'll take it round. It's fine.
Alright, I'm gonna leave the ship for a second here.
As long as you don't move it.
No, I'm leaving the ship.
Okay.
Not moving the ship. All right. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you some seats on this sucker, but put it on the rear, I think. Because if you guys are going to ride that sucker in like a bull, and try to hang on for 8 seconds.
Plan is awesome.
Actually, I was going to say there's a pretty good chunk of intact at the front here.
We can always
I mean,
turn it around before we lob it.
No, I'm saying, like, which way are you considering front right now? Or
Yeah.
and back? Because I'm considering the spot where we're docked to the Vanguard, the back. 'Cause there's a good chunk of intact material back here, and I've got a little area already here that might work for seating.
Okay. Well, if you got a plan, I'll let you continue onwards.
It still needs it needs a lot of welding up to make it work. Because, I mean, right now I would not want to ride out an impact in here. There's so much jagged metal sticking out all over the place here. I'm getting a tetanus. I need to get a tetanus shot even just looking at it.
Everybody's favorite bit of jagged metal.
Yeah, I'd rather not have that going through my spleen anytime soon. So
That was a great band. I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, I'd liked Rusty Nails better.
Yeah, you know. You remember when Broken Glass opened for them?
Oh man.
Yeah, I see what you mean. This is actually fairly
Yes.
protected here.
Yeah, I think just get a bit of a top section on it. It should be good.
One grinding ship unloaded.
Perfect.
Nice that we basically came here to do the grinding and then discovered that we'd already done the grinding.
We just had never unloaded
We
it.
just never unloaded it, so now we get to do something else instead. This is the kind of work I like.
Yeah, we can use
Work
it as a
you've
missile
already
and
done and
throw it at
forgotten
a
about.
pirate station. Nice. What could we ask for?
Seems pretty good to me.
Well, I'm also
But
each of those heavy blocks is a extra gyro. So I'm okay with that.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean it's our problem was metal grids. 50 metal grids per gyro, 50 metal grids per block.
Well, then,
Just how many gyros are you planning on putting on?
yeah,
Yes.
I think we did talk
All of
about
them.
this.
Alright, I got 3 seats set up over here so far. At least we have a place that's a little closer than the actual hangar bay that we can get our suits recharged in. I can't tell you what status the batteries are on this, so I can just tell you there's still a lot on board.
I think we'll
Yeah.
be fine on that side. It's not like
Yeah.
we need much power.
Shouldn't really need power at all, to be honest. Not for what we intend to do.
No, not unless you wanted to. Ooh, Speaking of that decoy idea we had,
What, you want them to intentionally shoot at us while we're riding this thing in?
well, they're gonna shoot at you anyway.
But are they though?
I mean,
The IFF is not ours.
yeah.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
The ship doesn't belong to us.
I can't remember what faction they were. They're
No.
friendly or
I don't think we ever knew. We just found it here.
all right. What else we need to set you guys up on that sucker then? Or are we just driving in and we should probably make some more jumps while we're at it, since we're gonna have to wait for him.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know.
Okay, well let me know when you guys are in seats and I'll...
Alright, I'm in a seat in the wreck.
We could put a clone bay in there if we wanted.
Put a what?
A clone bay in there if we wanted. It'd have the power to run it.
Yeah.
Seated?
Same.
Roger that, just slewing around. While we're sitting still, might as well.
You look like you're turning pretty well for someone with a massive lump on the front of it.
Well, I may have just doubled the number of gyros with those steel plates that you found.
How many of them?
Yeah, you know, not many. I'm still not calling her nimble, but
Better than she was when she left the shipyard.
oh man, no kidding. She didn't have any. Now she only handles like a pregnant cow.
I'm not going to ask how you know how a pregnant cow handles.
Hey, I grew up on planet Texas. What are you talking about?
Oh, it's just genetic memories for you guys?
Hey, I watch the television. All right, jumping. We are at 506. Let's see how far we can jump with this lump on front. Not bad. 375.
That's not too bad.
375 to go.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we've got the parts needed for another survival kit at least. I think we...
Yeah, we should, because I recovered a couple of medical components out of the med bay that was over here.
Oh, we had
9
some
clicks
left.
away from a Duchessa. Right in front of us.
Oh,
Breaking.
hello.
You're not thinking about deploying against a global target, are you?
I think he's thinking about not getting anywhere near it.
Yeah. Is that what you wanted me to do?
I don't know. Wasted's been coming up with plenty of crazy ideas, it seems, so, you know. I was waiting for that to be another one.
No.
Let's not visit.
The Duchessa?
Yeah, just the name sounds big.
Isn't that what we're hauling with us?
That's a good question. It's too beat up, I don't recognize the hull.
No, just dropped off my scope. Can't tell if she jumped or
Is it possible that something ran away from us?
surely
That'd
not.
be a first.
Yep, there she is again. I'm gonna try to give her wide berth.
This poor miner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What'd you do to it now?
I'm stripping the bottom of it back a bit. Make it a little bit easier to get in and out. I'll have to do it on the top too. Oh, I got more room in here than I thought.
What, in the massive wreck?
No, in the miner. I thought I didn't have enough room to. I can come down on the top.
Oh,
Slim it down
yeah,
a
you've
bit.
got a bunch of spare room in there. I've also noticed that medium container at the top isn't actually connected to anything.
Which one?
If you come over here, you can kind of see through the side
Oh yeah,
that there's
that
a
one.
random medium container on the top of the ship.
Yeah, that needs to be piped in. Yeah. I'm tempted to take out that hydrogen tank too. Kinda don't need it.
With that, no, it's better to sit it in ion only, I think. Keep it an atmosphere, keep it like a space-faring one for now.
Yeah.
All right, almost charged for our next jump.
All right, I'm on board and can sit at any moment.
I'm sitting in the miner.
I am in.
In.
There's that. We just kill my sideways motion from the slip. All right, and jumping. 365. So looks like we're getting about 130 per jump. Right, kicking on the thrusters.
Okay.
Now the nice thing about locking on where we did was I can actually still see over the wreck. Oh, yeah, power section.
What?
This console's being a little quirky.
Okay.
Hope it doesn't do that when it's really important.
We should be.
Really know how to build confidence. A man who's going to be riding a giant scrap of metal across into a base. An
It'll be
armed
fine.
base.
It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll probably survive.
We maneuvering.
I'm just trying to keep on my trajectory. This big wreck here is kind of dragging me off a little bit. You gonna set up a locker with extra bottles and
Can't really do much when there's
weapons and whatnot?
stuff shifting around like this, to be honest. Trying to, and it makes it real hard.
I can slow down a little bit if that'll help.
I think it's the speed, it's the fact that it's constantly shifting, you know. So even the small adjustments throw you off a bit.
I mean, I've got a area set up. It's got seating right now, and that's it. Stuff's gonna med bay up. And what else we want to put in it? I'm just trying to shield off an area of it so that we can, once we do impact, we'll have an area that we can work in that's actually still somewhat shielded. That way if we land somewhere and we've got turrets actively outside trying to shoot their way in, we might be able to potentially move around and maybe take them out at some point. But at the very least, a way that we can walk through this wreck.
So you want to fly one of those drones, or I could even fly one of those drones in.
Part of the point of taking in the big Hulk is that we don't take the ships that can get easily killed, because that thing's surrounded by turrets.
Ooh,
What was that?
What is that?
That wasn't me.
It sounds like it's over here on the wreck somewhere. Danged if I know where.
I didn't see any parts fall off.
Looking about inside here.
And it stopped. So, don't know.
Did we hit something?
No.
Doesn't look like it in here. Don't think it's anything loose. I've been trying to be very selective about what I've been taking out in here, so I don't have anything loose running around.
All right, 94% charged.
Okay, finding a seat.
Then
In.
Jump drive is only 100% charged. Really? You don't tell me.
Ow, the suit UI did not like that, John.
No, I didn't at all. Mine neither.
Same here.
All right, I'm gonna get us aligned. Gonna get us aligned real quick. Everybody ready for maneuver?
Just a little casual power on and off.
Yeah, you know. Okay, and slowing down. That'll get us pointed directly at it. No, directly at the area where it's at.
What are you aligning with?
The old jump. I didn't have it exactly, so when we get there, we'll have to search around for it. But
No, I know. I'm just wondering, I mean, how close were we at that point?
we were within 5 to 10 clicks, if I remember right.
'Cause the jumps aren't that accurate.
No, they're not. Really within about a kilometer or so of
I'd-
each other.
Really hate to jump in
Jump.
and
Yep.
on top of it.
Yep, there is that. That would be a real lousy day.
Yeah.
That would be a case of extra Soylent Green for everyone.
Unless you've got a better GPS point than what I took when we were there.
No, mine's probably the same as yours. We both grabbed it as we were leaving.
How's your little miner craft coming? All right.
Slowly, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm half tempted to actually see if we could rig up a bunch of interior turrets inside this thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a lot of heavy armor in it, so if we have turrets in here, then they could be potentially well protected enough on the way in that they'd still be viable afterwards.
We don't really have the ammo.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We don't have the ammo to fuel up much more than us at the moment.
If we'd kept that.
Well, we've got about 110 extra magazines.
Yeah,
But
and
no,
that's it.
That's pretty close. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Why are there two lights inside? Never mind. I've given up asking on this thing.
Put on Vanguard itself.
No, on the miner, Uncle Dave's miner.
Yeah, I mean,
Two lights that were inside of the bay where the gyros are, and they were sealed off, pointing up towards the gyros.
I mean, could be worse. Could be 3 lights.
True.
Thought there were 4 lights in that ship.
3 seashells?
Huh?
You don't know about the 3 shells?
There are 4 lights.
There are 4 lights? Interesting.
What lights?
Did they break through a window? Somewhere over yonder?
All right, we are within 27 clicks, and we're about to be charged on the jump drive. I don't know if we want to save that for jumping away.
I'd say let's coast on in and save that for jumping away if we get in a tricky position.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Suit, for warning me my oxygen was low. Right as I'm at 0%.
All right. Just under 21 clicks. Jump drive is charged. We'll set it up for a blind jump. All right, keep our eyes peeled. Should be coming into visual range pretty soon.
Roger that.
In theory.
Assuming I got my coordinates right.
Certainly an interesting view now.
Mm-hmm.
Still 13 clicks away from where my GPS was, at least.
Yeah, I'm at 13.4.
Okay.
That albedo is really bright on that moon. Should be able to get a good reflection off of the station. All right. Any sight? A little over 10 clicks.
Not yet.
Get in position.
I got some possible asteroids below us.
What is a possible asteroid?
Well, I've got a pinpoint source that's moving. No, I'm not. It's not a star.
You sure it's not an impossible asteroid?
Would you guys like me to focus on your punning or where I'm flying this sucker?
Depends. Can you fly it funny?
Oh, I fly funny all the time. What are you talking about?
No sight for it yet.
Mm-mm. I'm gonna pass above it.
Little pirates. Hang on. Space Station 02. That's not the right one. Seems to be one here. 7 clicks below us. But it's
Okay.
not I don't think the mining
Not
outpost.
a pirate.
No, it's a pirate.
Oh yeah. Yeah, breaking.
I don't think that's the one I remember. I thought it was a mining outpost.
Yep. Hmm. I don't know what to say.
It's a target.
It is absolutely a target.
Okay, just for reference, if you hear banging, there is a loose section in the front of the ship here. The wreck that is.
Yeah, I wonder what
What'd you
that was.
do?
Well, I've got to build a cage out of something.
Hmm.
Oh god. Company.
Ooh,
we
we
got?
got company.
Cursor,
yeah.
burst fire bomber, cursor. They're a little way out still.
I don't see any of those on my scope yet. Oh, nope, there they are. Can't tell if they're coming towards us or away.
Oh, they're coming towards. 100%. 3 clicks out. 2.8, 2.7.
All right. You want me to make a run on the station or no?
2.2. With them this close, they're about to hit us, Tex.
Yeah.
1.2. 900, 800 we're coming into fire range.
Okay. All right. We're jumping. Everyone in a seat?
I'm in.
Yep.
Oh,
Great fire?
I'm in a seat.
Go, go, go.
There's those rocket hits.
Yeah, I think the turret's got him last second there. They exploded off the starboard nacelle from what I could tell, and we didn't actually take any damage there.
Hopefully. I was in the turret trying, at least.
Hmm.
Well, we got those interior turrets on the nacelles.
Oh.
I think that's what took it out finally.
Yeah.
They're working.
Nice. Nicely done,
I
gentlemen.
don't actually see any damage.
Well, any new damage? No.
Well, it's mostly repaired. We're actually getting, you know, back to ship shape. Not too badly.
We do have a Russ freighter.
And a whole
5.6
bunch more.
kilometers.
Get moving. 6 clicks out. Cruiser, cursor, burst fire bomber, course, cursor.
I'm not picking those
Alright.
up. Oh, there they are.
Yeah, I just saw him pop in too.
Look, I might have
Alright.
paid for slightly better sensors in my suit. I'm sorry.
Apparently.
Mhm.
Hacks. Hacks? Cheats?
You buy the suits
you-
next time.
You notice how his suit UI never seems to crash on him either?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you paid for these?
You don't
I would hope not.
I think he
raise
got
suspicion
ripped off
before
on
the
ours.
heist. I just might have asked the guy for the cheapest thing he's got, and then when he bought me that, he said, "Yeah, but have you got anything cheaper?"
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I had to spend some hydrogen, but I don't think they're gonna be able to catch us now. Which is good, because the jump drive's still charging.
Yeah, I figured. I think we can safely say that they can definitely follow us through the jumps.
Yeah, and that was an alternate distance, too, that time. I think I had it set to 75. So, I don't know how they're tracking us through jumps, but they're doing it. Or there's a lot more pirates around this area than we thought.
That was too quick. You don't just jump into another bunch of... I mean, not only that, but they're little ones. They're launched from somewhere.
Well, they've got a Kestrel cruiser in that bunch.
That'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
17, 18 clicks off. Looks like they launched from there.
They're doing that. They're doing a really good job of launching and picking up fighters in a really fast time. Yeah, they're really the same ones.
No, I think there's two groups. They still probably tracked us.
We're clear of them.
Yep. To be able to jump, I just want to get out of visual range of them before I do.
We have no longer got the... We have let go of the thing. Tex.
Oh, I didn't do that.
I was wondering why we're skewing lazily around.
Careful. You're going to hit it hard.
Oh. Saw that happen. I just fixed the front.
No.
Oh, good grief.
Okay, somebody guide me in if they can.
Alright, you need
I'm
to
over
go...
here.
I've got the gear on auto lock.
Right. Backwards direction, gently, until you're heading ever so slowly backwards and keep the downwards momentum. More backwards. Are you going for the ones under the nose?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then keep at this rate at the moment. You need to go a tiny bit to your left and then cancel any movement. A bit more. Back a bit. Back.
You're not really oriented anywhere near where you need to be, honestly. You're kind of tilted upwards compared to the rest of the
Yeah,
wreck
but
at this point.
as long as we're gentle, we can push it a little bit. Was my thinking.
Okay, am I left, right?
You're
good.
too far forwards. You're pretty good left and right. You're just too far forwards.
I can fix that.
Actually, Tex, you got a camera down there.
I know, I'm using it.
Oh, okay.
Left a bit.
I just don't have it on the gear.
Left or right, either way.
I'd say left. Close enough on the left. Good. A little to your left again. Contact.
Oh, it almost locked there for a second.
Yeah.
Did lock for a second.
There you go.
Okay.
It's a very fragile lock that you've got there because you're on the...
Yeah, I propose we actually jump out with it attached somewhere safe for the time being and fix that, because that's going to go wrong
Yep.
fast.
I'm getting in a seat. I'm in.
Finding a seat.
Okay.
Assuming the jump drive's charged.
I'm gonna make
Yeah,
a
we saved
50
it.
click jump.
We saved
I'm
it.
in a seat.
Okay. And jumping.
Yeah, all right.
Scope is clear.
I mean, if it helps,
Okay, I'm gonna brake.
could, if we stop completely, I could throw on the gravity anchor on this thing. Assuming it's still working. That might make it easier for you to lock onto it because it won't move around.
I don't think it'll be too bad when we're not already traveling at high speed. That's the problem there, is when you're
Yeah,
trying
I
to
was
connect on when
trying
you're
to-
going at high speed already.
Yeah, I was trying to grab it at 100 meters per second. I don't know what happened, whether it just jostled you loose there or...
There were some, before we jumped, I could see some scrap plates hanging around up there. So I think a block might have just let go.
Okay, I'm going to disconnect.
Clearly, the front fell off.
Oh, well, you know, it's okay when they're not the ones that where the front falls off. Tell me when I'm oriented better, because I'm in that camera view right now.
Tip the nose down.
Well, I mean, you're flying her from up front, and you've got these two towers on the wreck that you could align to, honestly. It might be easier to figure out what plane you're on.
Yeah, you're pretty level now.
Yeah, just roll clockwise.
Yeah, not letting me roll.
You're all right. Go a bit more to your right.
Doing pretty good.
That's all right.
Okay, come on down.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like I'm not aligned on the axis. Is that the case? No, I'm not, am I?
You're not, but I don't think it
you're
really
aligned
matters.
close enough. I don't think we need to precise.
The better thing to have right now is just have the gravity field over here better. You're locked on?
Okay.
Yeah, that looks better.
We need to invest in some armored glass or something.
Transparent aluminium.
How much how much damage do we have on the front? It's
It
kind
wasn't
of busy.
too bad. It was, but windows.
Yeah, I've got them mostly replaced, just waiting on the glass to finish making.
All right. Well, anything else we need to do before we make another run in on this sucker?
I don't think so.
Yep. I mean, pretty much all I'm doing is just trying to build up more of the protective
Yeah, I
cocoon.
loaded up a box in there with some guns and ammo and so on.
Mm-hmm.
I get lined up for the jump. Okay, gentlemen, we ready?
Hang on. Are you jumping now?
Nope. But
Oh, okay.
I am in a seat.
all right. Well, next stop, Pirate Station. I've got a good feeling about this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, at least as far as surviving the ride over.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to survive this, to be honest.
I mean, look at it this way. It's not any stupider than half the other stuff we've done recently.
Like stealing a ship from a well-known TV show?
Yeah, or taking it down into a gravity well.
Mm-hmm.
And on that note, we're going to take a little bit of a break because Mr. Texfire, unfortunately, has to go and do that firefighter thing tomorrow. He is all hero-like and whatnot.
I hope not. I hope it's boring.
Well, yeah.
Everyone
I mean,
wins when I have a boring day.
same deal, essentially. It's appreciated, Mr. Texfire. Appreciated, guys. I might hang around for... We're going to stop the episode side of things here because we can't do it without text, really. But I'm going to hang around and basically chat with you guys for a little while longer, just to actually have a chance to catch up with chat and hear your suggestions, talk a bit about what's coming up. So, you guys, obviously, Farron Spacebar, welcome to chill with me as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out for a little bit.
Somehow, today managed to be 2 hours and 45 minutes, and yet super stressful.
All right, well, gentlemen, chat, thanks guys for showing up, and I will catch everyone later.
Cheers, Tex.
Hey, Tex.
Always a pleasure. So yeah, I've taken a backup save, so we can now consider ourselves to be in fake Vanguard land.
Oh, okay. I disconnected.
I figured we might as well be in a world.
I'll pop back in. I even had myself in a bed and everything for
Yeah,
one.
so well behaved. Spacebar didn't. He's sitting in the chair. I can see it from here. But
Well, I logged out in the bed last week too, and it didn't seem to really do any difference. So I just unloaded all my stuff into my chair.
apparently it was Spacebar's turn to crash today as well.
Yeah.
You already got the window done. Nice.
Those windows are so fragile. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Now, I am going to use the opportunity to take a quick bit right back while these guys reconnect, because to be honest, I could do with a bio break. And also for my be right back screen to not contain starters and footage, because that doesn't make sense.
You know, I'll be right back.
We have been playing Stars and over on Twitch though recently, if you guys are intrigued as to what that game looks like these days. I've actually been enjoying myself. Yes, that's right. Wasted the man that's salty about Stars. Actually enjoyed playing Stars.
Don't say that, because now I'm gonna be curious to reinstall it myself.
It's free at the moment, till 23rd. But well, I say free, it's a massive download still, but yeah.
Well, I have it in a ship. Just I don't really keep it installed because I'm not super into it. Yeah.
I know the feeling. Yeah, back in 2 seconds, chat. Apologies.
Yep. Be right back as well.
Hey, I actually spawned in my bed.
Apologies for that, chat. Yeah, it's an opportunity to answer some of the slightly odd questions we keep getting asked as well.
Yeah, we're in the Ask Me Anything for Vanguard at this point.
Like, for example, one that comes up a lot is that the Constitution? And no, it is not. Warning, warning, accessing blueprints.
Oh yeah.
No, it's the axe. That's the Constitution. And while they certainly share some design aesthetic, one of them is a lot bigger than the other one. Haven't checked out the Vanguard Mini yet, no. And I am looking to get the Vanguard sort of as unmodified as we started with up on the workshop, but there's some elements that if we do that too soon, you guys will see bits of the interior of the ship that, for example, we haven't seen yet. Another one that comes up quite often is, yes, the jetpacks are kind of annoying. We've got a few annoying things in this series. And some of that, I've got to be honest, is intentional. You know, when you're talking about things like, for example, the jetpacks and not using build and repair. Two big ones that come up quite often is that's more fun, and those sort of things are more fun as a story beat than they are just having them as a default. Not only that, but to be honest, I think build and repair in particular, it's too easy to cheesy, to ham it and go all cheesy with it and end up with a total mess from it.
And to be honest, it would make it far too easy to survive at that point. And as for the jetpacks, I honestly kind of like this. I don't smash into things and die bouncing off of walls without the ability to damp things. So that's actually kind of more helpful than you guys might realize.
Yeah, I would probably still keep the jetpacks force as they are and just turn dampeners on for them, so you still have the ability to counteract when you're building it. Or, as I think I mentioned to you actually, or have it where you could just use relative dampeners.
Mm-hmm.
You've got no actual dampers, but you can use relatives so that when you're building on something, you can be relative to it at least. No, the wreck doesn't have any good salvage. The wreck is, it did once, but we took all that out.
Yeah, we got all the
out a few episodes
thrusters, gyros. It's literally just down to batteries and armor.
Yeah, Drago. It would be nice to be able to use more as things like welder walls or like big welding arrays, but that's another thing with things like build and repair is by keeping them out of the series, we've managed to keep this running really nicely so far. It was one of the mindsets behind why we're on the Vanguard and not on a planet with a base or anything like that is we're mobile. We're constantly jumping away from the mess we make. Although I did like what someone mentioned previously in chat when I was saying something about fans of show steal ship. Police find them by the trail of wreckage they leave. Seems about right.
Yeah, and not only that, but honestly, you start getting the welder walls and the ship's too big, you can't do anything. The probes we've got right now are easy to weld up, but I think that's kind of about the extent as to what I'd want to even engineer that with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kalen, that's something I'm thinking of doing is because I think you mentioned that during the episode as well, the vertical driller, once I've got that done, can basically replace where the Vanguard's drill currently is, and we dock it in there.
I'm back.
So you just, fly straight out the bottom of the Vanguard, much like the drill does, except you're not connected. And hey, Spaceball. Did you plan to see what made the wreck a wreck? Maybe. I don't know. There's certainly, as of yet, a couple of unnamed menaces in the show, as I'm sure you guys have figured out at this point. Like, there isn't just the people chasing us in the form of, well, Keen, primarily. the studio, but there is also, which I mean, that's just a byproduct of the fact that we're using more NPC encounters. It ended up being called Keen, but I think it worked quite nicely. But yeah, where we go and what we do with the episodes, I think is going to get a bit more varied, but everything's going to be a bit sort of story driven. We've been a bit sort of focused on essentially building the Vanguard itself up for a few episodes, which I don't think is a bad thing. But I think we could definitely now go back to sort of some of the more, obviously we had a couple of episodes with guests and so on, but there isn't anything to say that we have to stick with a strict timeline for this either. I'd like to have Shaq show up in this. I mean, they said show up with the Constitution. How would that work? How could we write it in where he's got the Constitution? Because obviously in this world, the Constitution is very clearly a sistership to the Vanguard, so it would be from the show as well.
Oh wow, yeah, I didn't realize how close they looked.
Maybe it's a
Well, that was intentional.
Yeah.
You know, for those guys who aren't aware, the Vanguard, like the whole premise of the Vanguard series wasn't necessarily a clever idea. It was a joke at ourselves, or myself in particular, in that Vanguard was literally made for a series that never got done. So it is literally an unfinished set. And that concept just ended up becoming, well, why don't we steal it? But yeah, Vanguard was literally the bigger brother of the Constitution, and that's why they look like they come out of the same shipyard. Why they look so similar is, well, we built them to look similar. Or, sorry, Twitchins built the original packs. We built the Vanguard to look like that, but it's bigger brother.
yeah. Of course, there's another Vanguard too.
Now that could be an interesting one. In an episode, we encountered the real Vanguard, the one, you know, the non-set version. Ooh, that'd be scary. Like if there was actually a non-set version of this ship, it would be bloody nasty.
Well, that's
It'd be
kind of
bristling.
you could do that with the Constitution, actually. Maybe the Constitution was an extra ship, and the Keen Studios have fitted out to chase down the real Vanguard prop.
I mean, one of the things we were thinking of doing with Shaq, and I think would be really fun as his character, is for him coming in as the, well, we mentioned this a few times, the washed out actor that's trying to like relive his past glory. And that's why he's with us. And maybe he thinks we literally are part of the team or something along those lines. You know, he's like, oh, you're part of the film crew, and comes and hangs on because he thinks we're legitimate in some way. I don't know. And yeah, we've talked about mirror universe stuff as well, Colin. Like, part of the fun with this is a big trope of a lot of different sci-fi series in a way, or hopefully that's what it's going to evolve into. And so that gives us lots of room to use plot lines or morph plot lines from existing sci-fis and use them in this. Shaq as Zap Brannigan. With some nice velour. Oh, who is it that can do a really good Zap? It's Tex, isn't it? Yep. It varies, but on times Tex can do a good. Oh, that's a fun idea, Spartan. Yeah, like Shaq's some kind of Vanguard superfan, and he's built himself like a replica. He couldn't afford to build a replica of the Vanguard, So he built himself a replica of one of the other ships in the show, except he did it properly. You know, fully functional to the specification from the Vanguard Encyclopedia.
How is it we
Version
keep
of the
attracting all the crazy people?
Fanboys are the worst.
You know, you're equivalent to the Star Trek Encyclopedia. Like, he's gone and made that one. The one from that book. Thank you, Mora, and they are reading chat, so they do see when people say stuff. And we are reading, someone is going on about not reading chat during the episode. This is a really weird thing that I'm still trying to get my head around how we can get around, because I don't want to do what we did with Engineer Corps, where it was constantly talking to the folks at home, because we were conscious that the idea is those characters were conscious that they were on TV in some way, right? Well, our characters aren't on TV, or if we are on TV, we certainly aren't conscious of it. So it doesn't fit in this one. So it's how can we deal with those downtime moments where we're sitting there building on
Energy
ships?
critical.
How do we get to talk to the audience during those a bit? Because I feel like that's the one bit of weird time that we need to fill still.
Mm-hmm.
You flying around one of your long dead fighters, or is that a drone?
No, the drone.
I need to remember that, unfortunately, because it wasn't set up at the start, this is something we'll have to upgrade to, is we need to find ourselves some better cameras.
Yeah.
Ideally, the ones that pan.
And don't have the, I'm just reflecting the engineer eye overlay.
Uh-huh. Although I'm looking forward to getting the world built out to a point, because at the moment we're doing a lot of running. I feel like at some point we need to no longer be running and actually visit some locations about the place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be nice.
You know, this universe can't just be empty and full of drones. It needs to be more populated than that. A CB radio.
We could do pop-up ads.
Galadas, that's something that's come up in the comments a number of times, and yeah, who knows? Maybe it's something we'll pursue. The idea that there are still cameras aboard this, and actually we're still being recorded in some way, shape, or form by the studio, and then there's a lot of different potential things the studio could be doing with that recording. One of the options is definitely we end up being more popular than the original Vanguard. Which is a bit of a conceit, but, you know, it's a stupid universe, so who knows? I love the idea someone mentioned about what this universe's Twitter would look like.
Oh no.
In regards to hashtag Vanguard on this universe's Twitter at the moment. I think we had a name for it, didn't we? Someone came up with some garbage name for what they called Twitter in this world. Like, it was like Giggler or something like that. I can't remember. I need to stop writing this stuff down. It's like, I mean, RPDMing. You forget like half of the things you've said in the past.
Hashtag free Vanguard.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, we definitely. If anyone in chat fancies giving that a go and knocking together like a short news article or something on the activity on Twitter regarding the various hashtags surrounding Vanguard at the moment. I think someone mentioned earlier, it was just like, I just saw the Vanguard go past out my window. They're on fire. We've already done that, Spartan. With Spacebar set this up the other night and did a really good job with it. Look how many interior turrets we have. And he's got them all...
It's like 10 or so, I think?
He's got 10, and they're all loaded up. They did a good job this evening. Like, they legitimately saved us from damage. Huzzah!
I think 4 on the nacelles. 2 top, 1 bottom, 1 side.
Yeah, Velcro, exactly. Like the tweet thing from City Skylines. Where they're constantly going on about, like, you being a dodgy mayor and so on. But... hashtag clone lives matter. They have pictures of Spacebar up there, like, wanted for crimes against clones. Make a Vanguard Twitter account. That's not a bad idea, but you want to bet that name's not going to work. Although we could probably go for like
been taken.
Vanguard the show or something like that. It is quite nice to see the ship not on fire for a change, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite pleased with my dumbass idea. The idea to throw this thing at that, it's very poorly thought through. There's a lot of problems with it. But my character's not the sort of person to think about that. We've kind of been done now. Plan's been said. As a little heads up, maybe spoiler-esque for getting this, and actually listening to the Q&A portion of the stream if you're watching in the VOD. Hello. You might see a visit from Space Engineers' favourite Australians at some point.
Space Australians.
Do they fly upside down?
Of course they do. I might insist they do that. Actually, they build their ship is intentionally built the entire upside down, the entire wrong way up. Like, looks one way up, but when you get in it, everything's inverted. Oh yeah, we talked about the Groundhog Day plot earlier at Galadas. That every sci-fi episode needs a Groundhog Day episode of some sort, in some stupid way, shape, or form. We also talked about the fact that we need to work out. That's partly why I mentioned it in today's episode. What this universe's equivalent of a holodeck is, because I want one. Because holodecks open up all sorts of stupid options. I've got this really, really weird idea in my mind of trying to redo the blooming Data Sherlock Holmes
Oh no.
episode. Or episodes, to be fair, but yeah. Come on, Spacebar. It means you get to say, I'll take the case, like, more than once.
That's true.
I think Spacebar would probably be our Holmes. I think, oh, well, maybe our Watson. At the very least.
Oh.
What
Why
on
is
earth
everything green?
Yeah, it's the status lights on the drone.
The status lights. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's how I rigged them. Well, when the blueprint groupings actually work, the idea is that you turn the engines on and off and the lights come on and off at the same time. But then again,
Yeah, how can we do the trouble with tribbles in Space Engineers? That's the problem,
easy.
Chuck Crutch.
Hey.
Oh, really?
yeah, there you go. You've got the triple right here.
No. They need to be much smaller than that. Although, to be fair, you could do it. I bet you could do it just... I don't know if this is possible, but basically with a mod where if you place a certain block that's, I don't know, looks like a gyroscope, every 20 seconds it produces a second one of itself. And they're all just small grid. So you end up opening a door sometimes and just gyros just fall out of the doorway.
That would kind of tie in pretty well with text, honestly.
You could do that with components.
Okay,
Basically
components
having
would work.
an injector block.
Uh-huh.
Then it would just you would have to have someone feeding it triples or whatever, but it would work.
Oh, no, I know it'll work because I have a mod from back in the PvP days when we were doing deathmatch stuff that replaced my janky way of doing it with conveyors, with connectors on a timer, with an actual one that just spawns stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Might be able to use that.
I'm honestly thinking
Using Splitsy's rock character model, that's perfect. Yes.
between that and
We need
also
Steve.
the med bay. The trick that Splitsy did.
The best Steve cameo ever.
The only thing you have to worry about is it getting too much and lagging the world.
Well, we've talked about a potential. I mean, that's been a running joke between the series for a while, TK, the idea of the fact that there's two Texes. Because for a while we were both salvage teams.
It's just his long lost twin brother, Tex. Like Sathras.
It'd be Zet, wouldn't it?
Or mechs. Tex-Mex.
What do I need a holodeck addiction for? I don't need a holodeck addiction.
Oh, nah, we need a holodeck, 100%. And then
Yeah,
a so
holodeck,
someone with a
absolutely.
holodeck addiction sounds perfect. I just don't think it'd be Farrell. I think that sounds like a me thing. Oh, that definitely would be a me thing, and I know why, and I can't say yet because it's a character thing that I haven't revealed. Yes, that's right. There are character things going on that we don't talk about, or at least for some of us. I don't know about these guys. I've got a few random ideas for my character that I know don't work. I know something about these two.
I've started dropping hints here and there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a pretty good one tonight.
Yeah, worked for a week, didn't you? Am I listening? But who will be Uncle Dave? Who says Uncle Dave's alive?
Oh God, Shaq is Uncle Dave.
It kind of fits. With the overly greebled miner that isn't actually very good, and the idea that he's going to go and do cobalt mining in an asteroid full of nickel.
And he said he was going to go
Sounds
out.
like my shack.
He said he was going to go out and do mining, and then all of a sudden he's doing something completely different elsewhere.
Yeah.
Wait, you're telling me I built a shack miner? Oh.
Did you build
Sorry,
that?
Spacebar.
I built that.
You
Remember?
built that? No, I
Yeah.
don't.
No, I built that.
I thought all the complaining about how it wasn't very good was... Oh, alright,
No,
I
that
didn't
was-
know that at all.
Digs it myself.
Oops, sorry.
No, it was all digs it myself for not realizing that. Hey, you need to fit in the hole that you drill.
Shaq could be Wesley Crusher. What would I be? Yeah, we also talked earlier, Anzac, about Q.
Yes, and a certain character being Q.
Hangar Season 2, The Wrath of Clang.
Oh, Capek is Q. That would be interesting.
I think Kappa could do it quite well, to be fair. He's got the right sort of cadence and attitude for it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that idea, Jonathan. I've even got a map that I started building at one point that would work for that. That's an interesting crossover, because we've been doing a lot of silly referencing to our own series that I'm sure you guys have picked up on, and like other stuff that we've all done, or other people have done. Which reminds me, I haven't had a stab at Captain Jack through one of those yet. There's a clear opportunity there.
Ah, there's so many things that can be done there.
Just thinking, or LSG. There's a bunch of guys I haven't had a shot at with that. I've mostly only done Shag. Splitsy as the trapper. I don't know. We could also. Oh god, why have I forgotten the name of the episode now? Darmac.
Oh, dang it.
It's got a weird episode name. I can't remember it.
Yeah, it's the Children of Tama. Darn it, I can't think of it either.
Oh well, people will know the episode we're talking about. Could we do that in an episode? Could we pull that off?
We're kind of doing that already with all the little different references we keep sliding in, though.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, various things of their own words. Tomac and Gillette at Tanagra, indeed. Another one we've talked about trying, because someone suggested this and in the comments last week, and some of the suggestions in the comments have been really good. Equally, if you're watching this in the VOD, please feel free to chime into the conversation in the comments. One of them was to do with the idea of playing a bit with the clone mechanic. And the idea that in reality, or not in reality, but it would be a cool thing for the universe to have, where essentially the clones work a bit like substitute bodies in some of the other sci-fi series, where basically you lose all of your memories up to the point at which after the point at which your clone was taken. And what I don't think we could ever pull that off for a whole episode, or for not a whole episode, for like a whole series, because wow, that would get confusing and I think awkward really quickly. I think there might be room to do it for an episode. Yeah, holodeck episodes, I even thought there was a potential today. I thought just a tiny bit after what I've done the last couple of days of suggesting we did Vanguard and Star Citizen. But I could, when you say holodeck episodes could be other games, you're not wrong. Could be.
Mm-hmm.
So wait a minute, you mean that instead of having the ship on fire, we just get the bubbly skin on it?
Dude, where's my spaceship? We've already played that game. That's a decent number of the episodes as well.
For one episode there, it was, dude, where's my feral?
Yeah, indeed. That was cool, although I don't want that to be too much of a regular thing.
Yeah.
But it was, I mean, that was very nice reaction to it happening off the cuff. Uncle Dave shows up after winning the Martian lottery. Oh dear. We also need to think about like places we could maybe get away with having as locations. Like, what sort of places do you would chat at least think that exist in this universe? Yeah, Nikolai, you can do it. Talking about transitioning from Kerbal Space Program to City Skylines, but I bet you they didn't do it live. We need a place with a suit store, exactly, Soren. I mean, if only Space Engineers had more clothing options and was better in that respect. Because that was immediately made me think that would be awesome for a crossover episode where we were in Star Citizen for a second and we basically went thread shopping in Star Citizen and then skipped back to Space Engineers with like brand new threads. But of course Space Engineers won't have any models that are even vaguely similar. I do think we should end up like, yeah, I think we should start at some point down the line. For whatever reason, it should start becoming necessary for us to feel like we need to tweet out from the Vanguard live, and see if we can actually incorporate that into the stream from Twitter live. I reckon I could figure out a way of having that imported in a certain way, so you can actually have, you know, on the stream you've got the live in-universe Vanguard Twitter coming up.
has to be able to be done.
Oh yeah. I can think of doing it just with some chroma keying stuff, to be honest. Like some color keying. I'm gonna crash it eventually. There we go.
As soon as you say something, of course it's gonna do it.
Boy!
Opa. I hit the back of the miner and it blew the cargo container, which then chain exploded inside of your miner and blew the other cargo container. And oh yeah, I didn't like that.
Yeah, I had a ton of stone in there.
Yep.
How fast are we going? Not very.
Fast enough that it's actually twisted the ship. The ship was actually slowly been moving on its own because the Constitution's in a weird position now.
This is a
compared to
good
where
point
it
to
has been.
notice that we are really good at breaking ships in this series.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my word, are we good at it?
Oh man.
My poor miner.
How many times a ship's going to go into the back of the inside of the hangar?
I still don't know what happened to that grinder at the start.
Okay, this has made me decide what I'm doing next week. Because, unfortunately, guys, if you weren't aware, Texfire is now on shift for 2 weeks. So we will be taking I think, we might do some sort of weird, like, holodecky, flashbacky sort of episode with the three of us, if we can find an idea that works. Or the three of us plus someone else, who knows. Otherwise, we will be doing... we'll still be streaming, but we'll be doing something non-Vanguard related, or Vanguard related, but not an actual episode. And I'm thinking to myself, one thing I might want to do. I've been tempted to try and make Fall Guys and Space Engineers. I reckon it's pretty easy, actually.
I think someone did do a map of Fall Guys.
No, it wasn't Fall Guys, but it was that sort of idea. It was like this
Yeah.
big old, like, long clockwork obstacle course.
What?
Oh. AI. Hi, Keen.
Oh.
Want to see how well those guns are working now?
Well, they were working until the drones killed them all.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Ow.
just got a cursor drilled into the side. Oh, he's just happily going to town on that thruster. What are they going after in there?
Hey, angry. I think it's you, isn't it?
Nope, because
Nope.
I set myself invulnerable and well, not untargetable yet. There, untargetable. No, they're going after the weapons on the anvil over here.
Oh, yes, they want to kill some rockets. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've already got... Oh, wait, we saved before the intermission, don't worry. You'll notice it's saving now when it pops the autosave up to a different save name that you saw earlier. I saved before we did this, don't worry.
Good grief, all their parts of the mine are all over the front of the hangar bay.
Oh, it exploded,
It exploded
spectacularly.
violently.
Oh, I was upstairs, I didn't see it.
I mean, there's that big boulder in the back was out of your miner.
Yeah,
That was not out. That wasn't out of the and that was mid deck where I collided with it. So.
Oh, that's from Wasted Miner. Okay, never mind.
Oh,
So
yeah,
this
yeah,
is
this
from-
is the remote.
They've changed target now.
There was a miner at the front here at one point. It's just so gone that you forget it was even there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that got killed by. Shaq with a terrible Texas accent. No, I don't think we can do that. I think that might be overdoing it. Poor little Vanguard. One day you'll be covered in guns. But not yet.
Mm-hmm.
I think we won. Yeah. I think we won. Will Vanguard ever be airtight? Probably not.
No.
It was literally built as a set, guys, so that's part of the reason why we're having so much trouble with it. It was built to look visually good for a series that I guess wasn't going to be too different to this one, except it was not going to be live. It was going to be all like group survival style, pre-recorded, with camera pan and so on, so every room was just built to look good and feel like it filled in a bit of a purpose within that sort of universe. It's the same reason some of it's empty. It's because, you know, we're like, well, that room's probably going to get used more than once for more than one different thing, so we'll just leave it empty, and next time round you take the camera angle in the right way that it looks like it's a different door and the ship's bigger inside than it actually is. So there's got to be some irony that we're now having to live with a ship that was designed that way, and of course it's bloody awful.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention it gets shot full of holes every other week, so making it airtight would just inevitably wind up wasting all that air. Not to mention there's no good way to seal off a stairwell. Oh, what I would give for an angular airlock door. Spacebar, that's your cue.
I'll add it to the list.
Isn't that one I'll take the case?
Well, it's a mod.
I was just basically...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I think we will get weapon upgrades and so on down the line, Big Ol. I mean, one of the things with that is you've got to understand, if we put weapon upgrades on, it'll give the NPCs it too. And I don't want to run this series in a way... I mean, maybe it makes sense at some point to have weapons that are locked out to NPCs, but we get, if we get them from a suitable place. I mean, that's fair enough, though. But, I mean, it as a ship, it's pretty garbage. I mean, it drives really fast in a straight line.
Mm-hmm.
And is slowly getting not as quick because we keep losing engines. Well, yeah, then there's definitely a question of introducing more tech into the series as we go forwards and kind of opening it up that way. That's partly why we want locations, you know. You need locations and characters to drive the story as to how you're going to get this tech. You know, where is the hive of scum and villainy in this place that we might actually be able to park up in a stolen vessel like this that's highly noticed and only have trouble with a few of the locals rather than the police? Where is that place?
And also, what kind of technology do you think that we could possibly use that would be cheese powered?
Yeah, and then we've got Mac. Don't forget. I mean, there's already a promise of shields out there. We just need to get to him, and get him what he wanted from us in exchange.
Were we gonna go get that miner like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I know.
Basically, what we need is more fetch quests.
A glamour station. A deep space station Gouda. No. Mac will be back. We will see the professor again, I promise you that. salt reactor technology. But that again, this makes me think we need to find our equivalent of like Grim Hex from Star Citizen, right? That place where it's kind of, or your modern Tortuga. Place where it's like, you know what, anything kind of goes as long as you've got a big enough stick to stop them from stealing your stuff. That's a good thought, Sen, yeah. As characters, we're hardly squeaky clean at the moment. And having some sort of redemption arc somewhere down the line is probably a good idea.
Is that the one where we hand Nav and DE over to the real authorities?
Oh, is that what they called it? The Glamour Station. Fair enough. Do I say it already? Yeah, I got on then. You will see the Glamour Station in this game, in this series. Yes, Capac and Splitsy will be joining us. I'm more thinking about some of the other options. Although, maybe we need D and Nav for that episode as well, so that the station is full of a little bit more scum and villainy.
We should probably turn unknown signals off at some point.
Yeah, there's a few things that I keep forget turning off, like unknown signals and showing the, what do you call it? You know, the aerodynamic arrow things that stick out the side of the ship 90% of the time. It looks really non-cinematic.
I turned that off last week or the week before last. I forget. Could you just go in on your end and do that, I think?
Mm-hmm. Looking forward to where this goes. I hope people have enjoyed where it's gone thus far. Bit of a different one still. Every episode's still a bit of a question of, we got some vague plans. But you can be damn certain the game's gonna get in the way of them in some way, shape, or form, or the scenario's gonna get in the way of them in some way, shape, or form. That's the other one. The AI does not leave you alone for very long. Well, as before, if people have got anything they want to contribute, be it little adverts or skits we can use for back breaks, or suggestions on what we can do in future, or things you think we can improve, let us know in the comments. And I think otherwise we should probably wrap this up here. There's only so many slow pans of the Vanguard I can do, but I'm thinking to myself, yeah, this isn't really a stream anymore. As always, though, a lot of fun. Remember that there will be something a little different for the next couple of weeks while Textfire is on shift and not available. So we'll still have a stream. It'll still be on Saturday night, etc., etc. Everything will be normal in that regards. Just don't expect a normal Vanguard episode. It'll either be a weird Vanguard episode, or it'll be a something else. Probably something funny and weird and community-based, maybe. If we're talking about community-built stuff, like it's stations and buildings are more useful than ships. For Endry.
Wait, how did... Oh, Keen. How did we get 4 and rock up on the drone deck.
Special ways.
Who
Through the
knows?
wall, yeah.
Yeah, literally through the wall. A 1-gap hole in the wall, apparently. Or 2-gap.
Well, cheers, guys. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Mr. Spacebar, Mr. Farrell, as always. If you want to check those guys out, links are down in the video description. And we'll see all of you fine folks for the next episode. Oh, someone said space train, and now I want to do like a...
Energy
Train job
low.
episode.
No, I wasn't thinking train job. I was thinking, and then I immediately forgot the name of it. SnowRunner. Not SnowRunner. There's the name of a Netflix series at the moment. Brutal post-apocalyptic, everyone's on a train. Hence the link. Because for some reason, if you want to survive the Great Freeze, the best place to do it is on a train. For reasons.
Oh, I know what show you're talking about.
Can't remember the name of it, but yeah, for those reasons.
No, because YouTube, it was a few months ago, YouTube recommended a video about how that show is linked with Willy Wonka.
What?
Yeah. So I know what show you're talking about. It was kind of, I mean, it was really way
Snowpiercer,
out there.
thank you.
Snowpiercer, yep.
Yeah, it was a movie. They've recently made it into, into a series instead, and it's... I don't know. I've got a weird urge to somehow connect those into this as well, because I quite enjoyed that bizarre as hell storyline. Willy Wonka on a train, yeah, that's the one. Later, guys. Hit that like button for me. I'll catch you later. And yes, I may well be over on Twitch shortly.
Of course. I say is I'm totally gonna log into my farm.